Hello, everybody. This is Pastor David. I hope you are having a wonderful middle of your week. I'm glad I get to come visit with you and get to see you Sunday, and then sometime on Wednesday, and maybe a quick one on Friday, and then back again Sunday. So thanks for letting me come visit you. I know sometimes I wonder, if this is really important. And occasionally a lot of folks will respond and say, "Man, I'm watching you win." So this is for you. We just want to kind of be able to communicate a little bit, say hello, and tell you we love you. We're praying for you. And this church here, the Community Church of Mount Pleasant, is a lot of things going on. God is doing a lot of things. We had a great weekend. Sunday was another. We're growing a lot. So Sunday we're over 600 again. So it looks like we've kind of crossed that 600 mark, and consistency and the Lord's blessing in a lot of ways. We finished our Love is in the Air series. I know we've had a lot of feedback on that, and thanks for listening, watching online, and I appreciate your feedback on all that. Let me know that you're paying attention. And then Monday night we had a great time. Our ladies had their event. It was called Sway, and this was once a month. The ladies are going to get together, and it's not really a Bible study. It's more of just a time that the ladies of our church can come and gather and talk and pray and laugh and eat and just have a good time. So two things coming up that I think are important for you. One is Saturday. This Saturday is our February men's prayer breakfast, and so a lot of you come every month. We have a lot of guys that come. Many of our guys come early and cook, and it's great food, but it's a good time of just being together as well. We communicate and laugh, just have a good time. So I hope you'll come. If you've never been to a men's breakfast this Saturday, I hope you'll come. And then the next important event is Monday night. This will be February 28th. Monday night is our next Ignite. It is our February Ignite. And that is the time when all of our leaders get together and we strategize. We talk about our last month. We talk about our income, our attendance. We talked about our wins. We have a little period of time called the most exciting 10 minutes in the world. And this is where all our ministry teams give updates. And they talk about wins and all the things God's doing. So two things. Saturday morning men's breakfast, 9 o'clock at the mill. Monday night Ignite right here, 6 o'clock for supper. It's for everybody. I hope you come, and I'd love for you to do that. So those are some of the things coming up. March, which we're about to get into next week, is our next Ignite weekend. We have a Friday night, Saturday morning. We do Ignite. We do a place, and we have food, and we do some interaction. We talk. We learn about ourselves. We learn about where we fit in church and life in general. We talk about relationships and. So if you have not attended a place weekend, March 11 and 12, hope you'll sign up this week. Okay, let me talk to you from the book of John, in the New Testament, book of John, a short passage, John chapter 4, verses 31 through 34. I want to talk to you about a menu for success. We all probably have our favorite meals. We have things that we like. I know that there are certain things that I enjoy eating, and my wife helps me because a lot of the things I enjoy aren't real good for me sometimes. So sometimes I have to really focus on trying to eat a healthy diet, and I'm not great at that, but fortunately I have a good wife that helps me with that. But I want to talk to you about the menu for success in the book of John. This is not what you think it's going to be. John chapter 4, 4 verses. So let me read John chapter 4, verse 31. In the meantime, while his disciples prayed, saying, and so here they are, the disciples and Jesus, and they're sitting, and their disciples are a little bit worried about Jesus because he's not eating, and they're, Jesus, man, you need to eat, you need to sleep, you're overworked, you're stressed, and I wonder if anybody can relate to that, but they're concerned about him, and so it says in the meantime, while they talked to him, they were interacting with Jesus. They said this, Master, Jesus, they're talking, they said, eat. You need to eat. We're worried about you. And Jesus responded, and this was not what they were expecting. He said in verse 33, therefore said the disciples verse 32, Jesus said unto them, I have meat to eat that you don't know about. All right, now get this picture. The disciples, Jesus, you need to eat. We're worried about you. And Jesus said, well, hold up, fellas. I have meat. I have food that you don't even know anything about. And they're like, what? What could he be talking about? Verse 33, therefore said the disciples one to another, did anybody have any food? What's he been eating? Has he been sneaking around eating? They were confused. And then he explains it in verse 34. Here's his explanation. Jesus said to them, my meat is to do the will of him that sent me and to finish his work. And they didn't see that coming, which Jesus often did. He said, guys, let me explain. My meat, the thing that fulfills me, like a big old pie or cake or bowl of fried chicken or like something that really satisfies me, is not food. It's to do the will of my Father which sent me. And it's to finish his work. And the disciples were blown away. So, let me ask you this as we close today. What should you eat to be healthy, happy, humble, hopeful? What should our diet consist of? Verse 34 talks about the meat. Jesus said, my meat, the things that satisfies me, is two things. To do God's will. God my Father, I want to do his will. And I read that. I'm a little convicted because that's, man, I like to eat like good stuff, you know. It makes me feel good and fulfilled. And Jesus said, well, yeah, you know, we need food, but more than anything else, I need to do God's will, my Father. I need to finish his work. What was his work? His work was to send Jesus to the world so that everybody could be saved. So Jesus was born and lived and eventually died so that we could all be saved. And that was the work of Jesus. That was the meat of Jesus. Think about this. Think about the best meal you ever had, or your favorite food in all the world. Maybe it's something your mama made, or maybe your favorite restaurant. You think about that, and then think about how did that make you feel. And if you ate this meal, you sit back and go, oh, wow, I'm full, I'm satisfied, I'm fulfilled. It makes me feel content. It makes me feel gratified. It makes me feel complete. You see why Jesus said that? Jesus said, to do God's will makes me feel complete. And again, I miss it because there are things I want to do. I want to spend money, play sports, go hunting, go fishing, eat food. All of these things make me feel gratified, but that's not the most important thing. The most important thing is doing God's will. God, what do you want me to do? God wants me to pray. He wants me to serve him. He wants me to go to church. He wants me to love my family, love my friends, take care. That's what God wants me to do his will. So, I close with that today, and I say, how's your menu working out for you? And sometimes the things that we think are important are not the most important thing. Jesus said, the meat that I have is to do God's will and finish his work. I hope that makes a difference in your life today. Thank you for joining me. Thanks for letting me visit. I'm praying for you. I hope I'll see you Sunday.